'Cause no matter where I'm going, there's never been a moment that I was not loved by you.
Welcome to A Moment of Faith. I'm Pastor Tim. Today I want to talk to you about it's not the end. In Matthew chapter 26, the Bible tells us that, but Peter followed him, talking about Christ, afar off into the high priest's palace, and went in and sat with the servants, and notice this, to see the end. To see the end. Peter had been following Christ for over 3 years, and in that time, no doubt, he saw many wonderful things. The Bible tells us that he saw healings, that there were people who were demon-possessed that were delivered, even people raised from the dead, many coming to follow Christ, to believe in him as the Messiah. And after this 3.5-year period, all of a sudden, things have taken a very different end than what Peter thought. Peter no doubt thought that Christ was going to come, set up his earthly reign there, and that they were going to help to rule and reign in that. But now as he's watching Christ being led away to be crucified, this end is very different than what Peter thought. And no doubt in disbelief and just utter just despondency, Peter looks on to see this end. Can't believe what he's seeing. Have you ever had things happen in your life, things come into your life that you look and think, this is not the way it was supposed to end. This is not the way that this marriage was supposed to end. This is not the way that this job was supposed to end. This was not the way that this situation that I'm facing is supposed to end. This is not the way the finances were supposed to end. It's just not how it's supposed to end. And Peter, no doubt, was having these same exact questions running through his mind as he's looking at what he thinks is the end. Probably Peter also blamed himself. If I'd have just done things differently, maybe if I would have, fought a little bit harder when the soldiers came to take Christ, maybe if I would have stood my ground and not fled like others did, maybe this would not have ended this way. But Peter's end was really God's beginning. That's what I want to tell you today, is that what you may think is that the end of the situation, maybe the end of a dream, the end of your hope, it's not really the end. It's simply God's new beginning. What was the end for Peter was really God's fresh beginning in what he was going to do in his ultimate plan of salvation. And sometimes it's easy in our finite perspective to look at situations and think, this is the end. This is where it ends. I want to encourage you that maybe what you're looking at is simply just the end of a chapter. That God's about to turn the page and there's a new beginning that God has for you. That it's not really the end. Although it may look like it's the end, it's not the end at all. Because God knows the end from the beginning. He is the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Trust Him. But what you're looking at today is not really the end, but it's only the beginning of what God wants to do